So I want to show you guys how to make this mask. This one is a kid size, but I've made a lot of adult size too. And they're super easy. They only take about 5 minutes to make. They are front and back 2 sides of fabric with a pocket that you slide a filter from it, like an air filter or a HEPA vacuum bag in, and they're super easy. All you need for an adult size, you'll need a front piece and a back piece. For an adult size, you're gonna want 8 inches by 9 inches for your front and 8 inches by 7 inches for your back. For the kid size, it's 7 inches by 8 inches and 7 inches by 6 inches. And then other than that, you'll need a piece of pipe cleaner. For an adult size, you need a pipe cleaner cut in half, which is 6 inches. For a kid size, you need 5 inches. And then you'll need your 2 pieces of elastic, or because I can't find elastic, I cut up kids' tights. And you cut the toes off, cut straight up the leg, and then cut across, and that'll get you your 6-inch piece for an adult. And then for kids, I've just been stitching them in further, which I'll show you. So you'll need 2 pieces of that. And then all of my stitches I'm doing are straight stitches. So even any machine will do it. So to start out, you'll get your front piece and your back piece, and you're going to lay them good sides in. And you can see that I didn't measure very well, and that's okay. I'm just going to follow the smaller one to make sure I don't miss any of my fabric. I'm going to scoot my needles on the left here. It's not centered. So I'm going to run my fabric up to this first line to be about a 1/2 inch. And this is going to get sewn over so you don't have to back stitch. Just go, and I don't measure. I run it until this gets to the back of my machine. It's just a few inches. Back stitch 1, front stitch 1, and then cut it. Flip it over, and then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Sew it till it gets to the back of the machine. Back stitch 1, front stitch 1, cut it. I'm going to open it up. Open these seams up, and then you're gonna, I close it to where it's just barely, the presser foot's just barely in, and you don't have to back stitch this either, bless you. Then you're gonna stitch it all the way across. And then you're going to stitch the other side all the way across. Okay, and that made the opening for the pocket. So what you're going to do now is you're going to fold it in half so the ends meet. And I didn't press this, so it's not perfect, and that's really okay. So the fold is not going to be on your opening. The opening is going to be on the back. So you're going to put this like you're getting ready to sew it, and you're going to grab your piece of stretchy. Now, if I were doing an adult, see how, if you're picky, you can cut this to make it even, but I am not picky. So if I was going to sew an adult one, say this is my edge, I would put this right with the edge to make the most of this. But this is a kid's one, so I'm going to scoot it in because a 6-inch piece is too big for my kids' ears. Okay, so I'm going to make sure this is at least on the outside of my presser foot. Front, back stitch, and then I'll start sewing down the line. Get close to the end, and then I'm going to come up here and find the other end. And again, if it's an adult one, you want to line it up, but this is not. I'll stitch till I get just past it and then turn the corner. And then turn the corner, and I'm going to put in my other piece right here. Shove it in there so you don't sew over it again. And then I'm going to go through the pocket, grab the elastic, and then fish it through there. And sew the rest of the way up, back and front. Now I'm going to cut. I could trim all the way around, and you can if you want, but I just cut these corners off so that the corners aren't so bunchy. And then through the pocket, flip it, and then I'm going to grab my straps to pop the corners out. Okay, then you take your piece of pipe cleaner, put it in the pocket and up in this top piece up there. Push it all the way up. And then you're just gonna do a quick back stitch and then stitch all the way across to hold your pipe cleaner in the very top. And then this next part, you can pin the pleats if you want to. For all the adult ones we did, we measured, once it was straight, we measured every 1.5 inches and stuck a pin to know where the pleats go. But, I mean, this one we didn't pin, we just guessed at, and I think it's fine. I think it's just another step that is not completely necessary if you're not a perfectionist. So you're gonna go forward, backward, and then I'm going to grab right here and take this finger and push to make a pleat. Stitch till I get to the beginning where it's going to grab it. Then I'm going to do it again. Push to make a pleat. And then the last one. I did 4 on an adult one and 3 on a kid one. And get to the end, and then we're just going to do the same thing on the other side. Push it. Okay, then I'm just going to trim up the strings, which are only from those stitches, those last 3 sets of straight stitches we just did, because everything else is kind of hidden on the inside, which is good because I hate trimming strings. And that's it. So now you have your pocket, but you have your piece of filter. You can shove it in the pocket. And that's it. And you have your wire, so once you put it on them, you can shape it to their nose so it fits them better. And that's it.